Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to RWF Rockfest. My name is Paps LaRue, here to call the action from ringside as usual. We are just 1 week removed from our last special event, RWF for the Troops, which was last Saturday. Hell of a night it was. We got 1 new champion and 1 champion retained. Well, the champion that's new will actually be in a non-title match right here tonight. As a matter of fact, Dick Record still with a big fat goose egg in the win column, at least in singles competition here in the RWF. So he will take on T-Bone. Again, a non-title match right now. T-Bone, of course, the Rock Foundation champion. And Ring Boy, Gene, and James from Features and Holman will be in his corner this evening. So that is how we will start our night. Referee Drew Peacock will call for the bell. And we've got ourselves a singles match here to kick off RWF Rockfest. Of course, T-Bone winning the Rock Foundation Championship title inside Hell in a Cell last week at RWF for the Troops, and stunning the former champion Billy Doc Niles. Billy Doc Niles, of course, hit a few of those Mr. Fister punches on T-Bone, and it was not to be had. T-Bone victorious and getting his first taste of gold here in the RWF. Dick Record, on the other hand, has not been so successful. Again, still with a big 0 in the win column here in singles competition in the RWF. And he's in a little bit of trouble right now as T-Bone, the Rock Foundation champion, sort of manhandling the old man. Dick Record kind of taking a second to come out and catch his breath, the old man. Dick Record fighting his way out of this. Of course, as always, fighting in that 3-piece suit. He goes in style everywhere. And he takes a drop kick right to the chest on that one. T-Bone just sort of wanted to see what would happen in a match between him and Mr. Record. I don't know, if Dick is finally able to come away with his first win here in the RWF, do you think that would maybe set him up for a future title shot against the Rock Foundation champion here? I mean, having to face T-Bone one more time and maybe getting him to put that title on the line. I think that might be in order. But first things first, got to score that win, which Dick Record has not been able to do. Not in singles competition. Dick Record has won in the win column thanks to the table turmoil match, in which, by the way, T-Bone was on the opposite end of. That's another thing worth noting. So these two have seen each other in the ring before. Dick Record climbing that middle rope. Big elbow drop. Hell of a maneuver coming from the old man. Dick Record might be old, but he is spry. Now going to the top rope. Frog splash, but misses. T-Bone just stomping on the old guy. Went for a scoop slam, and Dick Record slides out of it. A big punch to the back of the neck. What are we going to get here? Nice little twisting fisherman suplex. That's a nice little additive to his moveset there. Mr. Record goes for a cover, not even a 1 count. Rock Foundation champion kind of hurting right now. Is the first win for Dick Record going to happen against the Rock Foundation champion T-Bone? Boy, it's starting to look like it after that hell of a moonsault off that middle rope. T-Bone up and over the top rope, punching his way out of it and fighting his way back into the ring. And a big fist to the face. Sort of manhandling the much older and much smaller man in this competition, I might add. Dick Record, the smallest superstar here in the RWF. But don't let his size fool you. He is a capable competitor. Of course, he is winless in singles competition, but it is not without a fight. Dick Record has put up an absolute fight in every match he's been in. And he's busted open and bloody right now. And T-Bone, like a shark smelling blood in the water, is going to take advantage of that. We'll get a cover. 1. And just a 1 count. Again, Dick Record, while winless, has put on a show in every match he's put on. As a matter of fact, that's the reason why he's got a little cheering section, as James and Gene and Ring Boy are all out here to cheer him on. It's a show of respect, even though all 3 of them have beaten him. You got to give it up to the amount of heart that Dick Record shows here in the RWF. Yeah, that's got to translate to a win at some point. You got to believe. T-Bone with a big tackle, big shoulder tackle into the corner, and a nice belly-to-belly suplex. Dick Record in trouble, and I think the possibility that he will remain goose eggs in the win column is getting greater at this point. Fighting his way back in now, actually. Dick Record needs to mount some offense, and T-Bone stuffs him with a chin breaker. T-Bone with another belly-to-belly suplex. Dick Record looked like he was going to try to fight his way back into this match, and it is not to be had. Oh, and T-Bone wiping his face onto the mat and then shoving an elbow between the shoulder blades. T-Bone with a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to remind you that later on this evening, we will have a #1 contenders match, a fatal 4-way steel cage match between Brian for the... Oh, T-Bone hitting the tech support. T-Bone has just hit the tech support. Is that going to put Dick Record away? We'll get a cover. No. And Ring Boy coming to the aid of Dick Record. That is the first time the cheering section for Dick Record has intervened in a match. T-Bone hit that tech support. Dick Record was middle of the ring, and Ring Boy's like, no, we're not letting this happen. We've got to do something. Ring Boy distracting the referee. And that gave Dick Record a little bit of life. Is he going to be able to do something with it? T-Bone picking him up. Slamming into the turnbuckle and a nice running power slam square in the middle of the ring. Dick Record has got to take advantage of that opening that Ring Boy gave him. Again, the cheering section has yet to have gotten involved in any of Dick's matches until just now. Dick Record has hit the record breaker. Ladies and gentlemen, Dick Record has just hit the record breaker, but not going for a cover. This has maybe been the turmoil of Dick Record, as he's been able to put that record breaker on people, but he has yet to capitalize off of it. Dick Record with a nice little flurry of offense there, bouncing off the ropes left and right, and a big-time clothesline, middle of the ring, and springboards to his feet. Good Lord. Look at the agility of that old man. I didn't think he had it in him. Nice little slam there. Is he going to go for a cover? Oh, Dick Record is lined up. Ladies and gentlemen, we could be seeing Dick Record's first win here, and it might come against the RWF Rock Foundation champion. No, T-Bone fighting his way out of it. T-Bone hitting that nice little neck breaker. That's what put away Billy Doc Niles, but nice. Wisely, Dick Record gets his feet on the ropes, causing that break there. That might have saved him. I don't know if that was ring awareness on his part or just pure luck. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. As I was saying earlier, though, we are going to have ourselves a #1 contenders match, a fatal 4-way #1 contenders match inside a steel cage, as Brian for the Morning Sickness will take on Bags, Puck, and Bruce the Money Man. Winner will become #1 contender alone at the top of the ladder to be facing our champion, our RWF champion, who remained champion at RWF for the Troops last week, L. Scott Roberto Shaw. So earning yourself a title shot tonight, and I'd say earning himself a title shot in the future is right now is Dick Record, as he is in control right now against the Rock Foundation champion. Went for a drop kick into the corner. T-Bone just kind of brushed him aside, but Dick Record fighting his way back into this match. Dick Record with a flurry of strikes, putting T-Bone into the corner, now into the next corner, and a big-time drop kick to the face. These two have gone back and forth in this match. Again, like I said, Dick Record has been winless so far here in the RWF, but damn it if he hasn't put on some great matches as he gets another moonsault in. Dick Record thought about it. He's going to go for a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. Again, this is the kind of thing that Dick Record can do, ladies and gentlemen. He might be old, but he is spry, and even though he hasn't won a match here in the RWF, he goes deep into matches with some of the best of them, and right now, he is putting the screws to the Rock Foundation champion as T-Bone is in trouble, middle of the ring. Dick Record with a nice little face plant there, still yet to go for a cover, wiping the blood off of his face right now. Dick Record has been bleeding in this match for quite some time. T-Bone has got to try to get himself back in this match, lest he become the first victim to Dick Record. Big time spear. That's usually the precursor to the tech support. T-Bone could be getting ready for that now. No, Dick Record kicking him away. Dick Record taking a little time to showboat right now. Maybe not a wise thing to do against the Rock Foundation champion, but maybe using that time to take a little bit of a breather himself. These two have gone deep into this hellacious match we have put on here tonight, folks. Dick Record could be going for it again. The record breaker. Dick Record has hit the record breaker. Can he get a cover on T-Bone? Mounting that moonsault. Are we going to get a cover here? We do. 1, 2, and 3. Ladies and gentlemen, holy free holies. Dick Record scoring his first win here in the RWF. And holy shnikes, did it come at the best opportunity, because he just pinned the Rock Foundation champion T-Bone. And how do you feel if you're T-Bone right now? Is it possible that T-Bone was still a little beat up from last week? Because remember, T-Bone had to endure a Hell in the Cell match against Billy Doc Niles. Is that maybe a little bit of fatigue? But you got to believe that Dick Record would have some fatigue too, because he had a hellacious match against James from Features in Holman. Ladies and gentlemen, his first victory here tonight. Battered, bloodied, but victorious. Dick Record no longer with a goose egg in that win column. And I'd say, you know what? I got to believe that might set him up for a future Rock Foundation championship title shot. I definitely think the man would be deserving of that. As we have a little bit of a break in the action, I'd like to remind you guys the 95 days this summer are still going on. Just started, man. We got a whole summer full of rock stops. You got to make those rock stops if you want to get on top of that beautiful 2021 Harley-Davidson Softail Slim. Dude, you cannot get new Harleys this day and age. You really can't find them. It took us some work to find one, but we did, and we're giving it away to you. All you have to do is get to the rock stops. And a full list of rock stops is online with us at 957therock.com or the 957 The Rock app. So find out where you got to be for the rock stop. Show up, get yourself signed up, and maybe get qualified for that beautiful Harley-Davidson. Again, 95 days this summer. Glad to be back this year. Thanks to Features in Holman, Twisted Tea, La Crosse Beer House, Great River and Iron Hill Harley-Davidson, and of course us here at 95.7 The Rock. We got one more match for you here tonight, folks, and it is for the #1 contendership for the RWF Championship. A steel cage match between Brian, Puck, Bruce the Money Man, and Bags. Bags, of course, a former RWF champion. Steel cage match, pinfall, submission, or escape the cage, and you become #1 contender for the RWF Championship, and will face L. Scott Roberto Shaw at our next special event. The bell is rung, and we have got ourselves a cage match, folks. Of course, 3 of these 4 men were involved in the fatal 4-way match for the RWF Championship just last week against L. Scott Roberto Shaw, and Shaw, against all odds, able to successfully defend his RWF Championship in that fatal 4-way match, so he now sits and waits his next competitor. Bags, of course, the only one not in that match. He's been off RWF programming for quite some time, so let's see if he can get back on board. Again, giving an opportunity at a #1 contendership against these 3 men in this ring. Pinfall, submission, or escape the cage is how you win this match and punch your ticket to our next special event, which will be, by the way, announced at a later date. Brian handling Puck right now. Bruce the Money Man. Nice famouser on Bags. Bruce the Money Man with a nice little arm bar on Bags there. Brian beating Puck into the corner. We got action all over the ring, and we expected that in this fatal 4-way match here tonight. Bags throwing an elbow to Bruce the Money Man. And now a nice little suplex. Brian, raw power, picking up Puck off the ground, scoop slamming him down. Again, thank you, folks, for joining us here on RWF Programming the way you do each and every week. As it looks like Bags was going to try to climb the cage. Brian puts the kibosh on that. But thank you for joining us here on RWF Programming like you do each and every week. You can check us out at 95.7 The Rock's Facebook page, our YouTube channel, our Twitch channel, and of course at AroundRiverCity.com, the Around River City app. So if you have an Apple TV or a Roku device, download the Around River City app. It is absolutely free to download, and it's not just watching the RWF. We got lots of stuff up there. We got podcasts. We do high school sports when that's in season. Big thing these days is Moon Tunes. Of course, nice to see Moon Tunes back at Riverside Park. And we will be broadcasting all of those concerts every Thursday night at the Around River City app, which, again, you can download for free on Apple TV and Roku devices. And, of course, you can watch the RWF just like you watch here. Brian scooping up Bags. Bags slips out of it, throws down a nice reverse DDT as Puck slams Bruce the Money Man to the mat. Puck is hit deep 6 on Bruce the Money Man. Is that going to open himself up a chance to get out of this ring? It does not, as Bruce the Money Man springs back to his feet and slams him to the mat. Again, this is a fatal 4-way match for the #1 contendership for the RWF champion. They will face L. Scott Roberto Shaw at our next special event, which is still to be determined. Multiple superstars have tried to climb this cage, and all of them unsuccessful. As it looks like Brian was going to go for the small B, but Bags had that scouted. Nice kick to the forehead as Bags is going to scoop up Brian. Brian slips out of it and throws down a nice little reverse DDT as Puck handling Bruce the Money Man. Brian looks like he's going to have his shot to climb the ring, and Puck dragging him back down. Oh, Puck is poised and ready. Could he be ready to hit the slap shot? Puck, nope. Brian will slip out of it. Brian had that move scouted. Had a little time to see him. Well, looked like we might have gotten, looked like Bruce was trying for a cover there, but no dice. We got bodies all over the ring right now as everybody tying it up. Brian and Bags have been at it for quite some time. Puck flipping Bruce the Money Man over his shoulder, escaping a nice little submission move. Puck climbed that middle rope. He thought about something, but now looks like he's throwing out a bit of a choke slam on Bruce the Money Man and holding him down. He might want to turn his attention back to Brian, who's climbing the cage right now, yanking Brian back down to the mat. Which one of these 4 men is going to punch their ticket to our next special event and a chance to face the RWF Championship, the RWF champion, L. Scott Roberto Shaw? They'll be facing him one-on-one as multiple superstars have tried to climb the ring and all of them getting yanked down. Looks like Puck is going to try to get up there. Puck is climbing that ring. Puck is climbing. Is Brian going to be able to get to him? Brian climbs up there, grabbing Puck around the waist, and a big slam coming off the cage. That is a lot of man meat hitting the mat. Big shoulder tackle out of Brian, and it looks like Brian's going to take a little moment to catch his breath. Bags and Bruce the Money Man tied it up right now as Bruce the Money Man gets a nice little kick on Bags right to the face, a little enziguri. Bruce the Money Man thinking about climbing the cage. Brian will yank him back down to the mat. Again, winner of this match going to score themselves a one-on-one opportunity against L. Scott Roberto Shaw, the RWF champion. And ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Brian is climbing this cage. Brian is climbing the cage, and nobody's able to get to him. Brian is over the top of the cage. If he can get both feet on that floor, we will have ourselves a winner. And ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Brian punching his ticket. Brian from the Morning Sickness punching his ticket to our next special event where he will face L. Scott Roberto Shaw, a broadcast partner of his, if you will, as Shaw, of course, handles the news on the Morning Sickness of Brian and Gene, so these two know each other very, very well. Hell of a cage match we had. Bodies all over the ring. Here's Puck and Brian tied it up as Brian slips out of a maneuver and slaps that nice little reverse DDT down. That was like the 3rd time he did that. Bruce the Money Man with that elbow and a nice little enziguri on Bags. But this would be the story of the match as Brian climbs his chubby ass over the top of the cage. Nobody able to chase him. 2 feet on the floor, and it will be Brian and L. Scott Roberto Shaw one-on-one for the RWF Championship at a future date. Brian very happy with his victory here tonight. And that is where we will leave you. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paps LaRue, here calling the action like I do each and every week here on RWF Programming, which I mentioned earlier. You can watch us at 95.7 The Rock's Facebook page, our Twitch channel, our YouTube channel, and, of course, the Around River City app, which is free to download on Apple TV and Roku devices. Thank you for watching us like you do each and every week here on RWF Programming. Thank you, and good night.